Welcome, millionaires, billionaires, and future trillionaires. As always, I am to bring you truth, knowledge, and wisdom to assist you in your journey to crypto. So, guys, very interesting news that is happening. If you guys are not aware, I'm going to play this clip for you guys. There is a recent bank run that is accelerating and happening in Russia. For those of you guys that's been following the channel, you are well aware that I've been calling for you guys to withdraw all of your money out of the banks because 90% of all the banks are about to collapse, and we're going to collapse not just in one country but globally. So this is what's going to fuel crypto to skyrocket. So now we are seeing this happening in Russia, and once it starts happening in the US, all SHE is S SHIT is gonna hit the fan, guys. So you don't want to be caught off in all this madness that is about to happen because the entire world is about to fall into temporary chaos, confusion. You can imagine when people are not able to withdraw their money from the banks, the chaos, the reaction these people are going to have. So, I mentioned to you guys you should have been withdrawing your money from the banks, converting them into crypto because crypto is your only salvation, is your only life raft, not just for you, but for countries, businesses, banks. And some banks are being smart about it. They are buying and loading up on Bitcoin and crypto and then offering that services to their customers. Those are the only banks that's going to survive. Everything else is going to collapse. So as I mentioned in the previous videos, most of these banks don't have the money that you think they have in their bank accounts. In the other video, I've mentioned that if you were to run to your bank, if everyone were to run to their bank and try to withdraw their funds, the bank wouldn't have them. So before I play this video, for those of you that don't understand what a bank run is, a bank run is when a large number of customers withdraw their funds from a bank simultaneously, driven by fear that the bank is insolvent and might collapse. This mass withdrawal is a self-fulfilling prophecy because the banks operate on fractional reserve system, keeping only a fraction of deposits on hand and lending out the rest. If too many customers withdraw at once, the bank runs out of cash, leading to failure. So this is what we're about to see happen globally, guys. This is what's going to cause over 90% of all banks to collapse and people losing all of their money that's in the bank. So if this is why I mentioned millionaires, billionaires that's holding millions of dollars, billions of dollars in their bank account are going to go broke and lose everything overnight because once the bank run happens, the bank won't have the money for those people to withdraw. And the smart people are already converting and buying crypto, guys. So let's play this short video. I'm going to play a short clip and I'll post the link. You can play the whole thing on your own time.
Russian banks are collapsing today because Putin's aggression has led to a national depression. Russians no longer trust the system they live in. This financial panic is existential. Citizens are pulling money out of banks at record levels, forcing the Kremlin to implement draconian capital controls
And this is a recent guy, Chinese guy that went to China. As I mentioned to you guys, there's 4 ways, probably even more ways. There's so many ways you're going to be losing your money if you're holding in a bank or if you're thinking you are safe. First is the bank runs. Second is devaluation of the currency. When the currencies collapse over 90%, whatever you're holding in the bank is just going to vanish. And third is hyperinflation. And I've been warning you guys for years and years about this. No one really took it serious, but hopefully you are not caught in whatever is about to happen, guys. So let's see here.
What life costs here. Russia's gotten really pricey these days. Not sure if you've heard. I just shelled out for a month's parking. 3,600 rubles. Parking in this residential spot runs that much every month. Weirdly enough, it might even top what some teachers pull in monthly. From what I've heard, local elementary teachers make around 20,000 to 30,000 rubles a month.
可口可乐，250元，我家4口人用。
But get this, I just looked, and the parking alone tops that.
What if you're just living in the wrong place? Everyone has a birth.
I just looked, and the parking alone tops that. And don't get me started on water. I just grabbed a bottle for 250 rubles. What the heck? Everything's ridiculously overpriced, thanks to the war. Folks here have it tough too. Inflation's hitting hard and taxes are sky high. Putin's government...
Remember what I mentioned to you guys, inflation, if you think just being a millionaire is going to be safe, inflation is going to eat a lot at your income, at your savings. So you want to push and try to you don't want to be comfortable thinking you just have $1 million. You're going to be comfortable, guys. It's not going to fly because of inflation. So you want to collect as much of this wealth transfer as you possibly can, and the only way to do that is just loading up and buy good meme coins, guys. And then once you have your wealth, you start diversifying. You start buying gold, silver, land, property, luxury goods, and then you start preserving your wealth. Right now it's not a good time to be buying silver, gold, unless you already have your wealth you want to preserve. Right now it's a good time to be buying meme coins, crypto. So for those that's not buying meme coins, thinking they're going to be millionaires, buying altcoins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they are in for a very, very big surprise, guys. So now we're about to see bank runs accelerate. It's going to happen globally, guys. All 90%, over 90% of all banks are going to fail, guys. It doesn't matter what country you're in. And then that's when we're going to see millionaires, billionaires that's holding just digits on the screen go broke overnight, guys. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be short confusion. So you don't want to be caught in all this. So now we are seeing all the predictions that we've made throughout the channels for the years is now coming into fruition, is happening. So I know a lot of people are calling me crazy. They couldn't imagine something like this would ever happen. So like I said, you haven't seen anything yet, guys. So things are just beginning. So imagine when, like I said, you remember what happened when COVID happened, how the world just briefly fall into chaos, confusion. This is going to be 10 times worse, guys. So you can imagine when people can't withdraw their money, they can't pay their bills, they can't feed their families. Humans without money is a dangerous thing. So you don't want to be caught around all this that is about to happen, guys. So hopefully you take heed to the words, withdraw all your funds from the bank. I know most of you guys do work. You do have direct deposit that goes to your bank. So what I recommend, as soon as you get those deposits, just convert them into crypto. You can buy some gold, silver, just to play around with some, get the feel for how it is. So once you have your millions, your billion, you start loading up on more silver and more gold. But right now you want to be focused more on crypto. You can put a large portion in Bitcoin just to preserve most of it, because you don't want to put everything in meme coins. So but do buy a good amount of meme coins to grab as much of this wealth transfer, because this is where most of the money is going to be made anyway, is in meme coins. So for those that's holding altcoins, large cap coins, that's in, if a coin is in the $1 billion market cap, you've already missed the pump, guys. There's no reason why you should be buying that coin unless you already have millions, billions, and you just want to keep that amount stable. That's when you buy these high cap coins in the billions of dollars, and then you preserve that wealth. If you haven't have the wealth yet, you need to be loading up on meme coins, guys, because things are about to explode. So once things start accelerating, we will see the whole world floods into crypto, guys, and then you don't want to miss this opportunity, guys. And then if you don't collect as much money as you possibly can in this pump that is about to happen, guys, like I said, it's going to be difficult for you financially, physically. in this new world we are about to emerge into, guys. So till the next time, I'll see you in the next video. I'll post a link to this video. You can watch the full video. It's very interesting, but be ready for the bank runs to start happening around you, wherever you are, for the world to start falling into short chaos. Because once this happens, people are going to go berserk. People are going to lose their minds. You will start to see people setting banks on fire, guys. This is how humans operate when they are desperate, when they have no other options. Like I said, you will see long lines in front of the banks. Like I said, I think you've already seen it in this video. Let's see here.
The Kremlin when these companies fail. To delay the inevitable, Putin has one solution: tyranny. He's now forcing Russians to stay inside Russia, and he's banning.
Ready to mine Bitcoin the smart way? Join CT Pool and unleash 20 million.
Forcing
everything
Russians
is
to
happening,
stay
guys.
inside Russia, and he's. Russian banks are collapsing today because Putin's aggression has led to a national depression. Russians know.
See if anything else.
To banks, and that's a huge problem already. But that's only half the problem, and not even the bigger half or important half. The other half is that Russians are pulling money out at record levels. Take a look at this data that was published by protest about this new law that Putin is trying to force onto everyone. Well, you see, the thing with the
until the
economy
next time,
is
guys, you can watch the
everything
video on your
affects
own.
everything,
I'll see you in
and
the
that
next
means
video.
when
Prepare for the collapse. It's happening.